Unlike previous drafts, I did not enter into the annual SB Nation mock draft with one player that I felt I absolutely needed to get. The pain of previous years, when, for example, Ryan Kelly was stolen from me right before I got to select, has hardened my heart. Perhaps an alternate explanation is simply that the Redskins should be okay with a variety of outcomes at the Hogs Haven made the pick at 15 because, as is always the rule here, there are no trades. I think there will be a decent amount of trade activity ahead of the Redskins in the first round, and like many of you, I hope the Redskins are not part of that activity. Trade down would likely be well received, depending on what Bruce Allen is able to get, but as we have been saying for a few years now, the middle of the first round should net you an immediate starter on a very reasonable contract. Ideally, you add a Pro Bowl caliber player capable of contributing heavily right away. In this week's episode of The Audible, we take you through the top 14 picks made and how the draft kind of changes for the Redskins during that span based on when certain players' positions are taken. By the time we were on the clock Thankfully, the edge rusher cupboard was not yet bone dry, and not a single wide receiver was drafted ahead of us. Given these two positions are my top two need spots, yes, ahead of quarterback, I was excited to have some choices of players that I think would be able to come in and make the Redskins better immediately. Montez Sweat and Brian Burns are two guys I would likely draft over Clelin Ferrell, but I have zero regret writing Ferrell's name on the draft card and racing it up to the podium for the Washington Redskins. He is a monster athlete with prototypical size and strength. The All-American has played alongside top NFL talent for years now at Clemson. Though he doesn't hail from Alabama, which is where the Redskins typically look for their first-round picks, he has been a part of the team that has beaten Alabama twice in the national championship. Ferrell made his mark on both of those title teams, and his presence on the defensive side of the ball for Washington would make a difference right away. Was there a wide receiver you guys would have taken ahead of the edge rusher? Are people concerned that 4-3 defensive end is written next to his name an awful lot on scouting services? I am not. Do we have any Daniel Jones fans out there who feel like he should have been taken here? Thanks for watching.